So today I am doing a bunch of first impressions and they are all from the drugstore. Now the whole reason that I even did this is because of this guy. This is the L'Oreal Glam Bronze Bronzer. And I just picked this up yesterday and I was like raring to go, wanting to use it. And I thought, well, wouldn't it be boring to just see like one bronzer review or one like bronzer demo? So I had some other things that I had recently hauled that I have not used yet from the drugstore. So I thought it'd be fun to do them all in one video. So the first thing I'm gonna start with is this Hard Candy Sheer Envy Primer. I have a couple of these, but this one was so intriguing to me. Like I wasn't gonna buy any more, but this one says Lift and Firm on it. Like, really? For a drugstore primer, it's actually gonna lift and firm? So we shall see, won't we? Okay, let's just see the consistency. Oh, it's very lotiony. The other ones I have, it's very thin and lotiony. The other ones I have from them are much thicker than this. Feels nice. Doesn't really smell like anything. You know, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to tell instantly if it lifts and firms. So we might have to wait till the very end and do an assessment. It does feel moisturizing. So, okay, you guys, finally got it. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. And this is in 102 Shell Beige. I finally got this after hearing about it for so long. I'm going to use my favorite foundation brush. This is a Morphe brush. It actually has no number on it, but I think it's the 439. It's just a really dense foundation brush with kind of a rounded top. I don't know why. It's just my favorite one. Ew. That kind of looked like it's separated. Maybe I needed to shake it first. Isn't it weird the first time you use a foundation, like you never know how much to use? It's always a big guessing game, isn't it? So it's like some kind of magic trick if you get it right the first time. This is supposed to be a very mattifying drugstore foundation. I always hear people talk about it, love it, etc. I feel like it's not all that blended in, so I'm just going to bounce this over it. That's my little trick. I know it's a lot of people's little trick, but if you ever have like foundation brush marks in your face afterwards, just bounce a beauty blender over it. Hope it doesn't oxidize. I find a lot of foundations lately oxidizing on me and turning dark and orangey yellow. Right now it looks fine, like it's matching, but if it gets any darker, it might not look so great. But it feels really good. Like already, it's kind of got that powdery finish. Not like powdery, but you know what I mean? Like it doesn't feel tacky at all. It just feels like matte. So that's awesome. So I finally got this. Now the reason I waited so long is because honestly I was being cheap and I was waiting for a sale. So I found it at 30% off at my local drugstore just the other day. So pretty. I have not even swatched this yet. So this is the Covergirl Trunaked Roses. There are 3 of these palettes. There's goldens, nudes, and roses. So I am excited to try this. So this shade here, this looks like it's gonna be a nice matte transition. So I'm just gonna take a really fluffy blending brush and, oh, that was powdery, watch. See that? And I'm gonna place that in my crease. Okay, so just decided to zoom you guys in a little bit more for the eye part here. So this transition shade is really nice. It's like a kind of cool toned, almost leaning to purpley, which I find actually makes a pretty good transition shade a lot of the time. As long as your skin isn't too golden. If you're more neutral or cool toned, that'll be a really good transition shade for you. Okay, so we'll go one shade deeper with this right here, this more purpley shade. I'll put this just in the crease, but just on the outer third of the crease. Yeah. I like that. It's deepening up the color really nicely. This is not a first impression, but I just want to mention it. This little tiny little brush here, this is the Sephora brush. It's called the Pro Small Shadow number 15. You guys, this is so good. I actually just bought another one, but see how small it is? It fits perfectly in the inner corner, and also if you just want to be very like precise on the outer corner with how you place shadow, this brush is awesome. So I'm going to take, I think I'm gonna go with this deepest, darkest purple, and there's a little bit of shimmer, or I don't know, maybe it's glitter, we'll find out in it. I'm gonna put that in the outer corner. Actually kind of looks like it's an overspray. Like, look where I placed my brush. See that? So I don't know how I feel about this color. It's not exactly what I was hoping for. I thought it was gonna be more purple, but it's definitely more just like a almost black with a tiny bit of glitter in it. So with this dark shade, when I go to blend it out, it is actually like really taking away a lot of the pigment. That can happen sometimes with certain shadows. You know, it goes on fairly pigmented and then you start blending and then it disappears. And I find that that's kind of what's happening here. Which, if you're intimidated by dark colors and you just want like more depth of color, I guess that's okay. But if you actually want like a really dark color there, it's not really gonna do much for you. Okay, so I am going to go to this beautiful beige champagne, which looks to have a lot of shimmer in it, and I'm gonna place that all over the inner part of my lid. While this kind of beigey champagne color is pretty, it is not giving me as much punch as I want. I'm gonna try wetting it with some Fix Plus. Let's see how we do. Okay, can you see the difference? So this, I think, is gonna be a really pretty, like, everyday pinky neutral palette. So, you know, not neutral neutral, obviously, there's pinks and purples in it, but still, you could wear it to work. You won't have to feel weird or, you know, like you're doing too much. It's gonna be a nice everyday palette for you. So you guys, the whole reason I even started doing this video today is because of this guy right here. This is the L'Oreal Glam Bronze. It's actually for face and body, so maybe I'll try it a little bit on here too. This is an O2 medium. The O1, I can't remember what it's called, I think it was light. It looked very gray and ashy toned. I mean, I didn't swatch it, but just in the pan, just when I looked at them next to each other, it looked very ashy and gray tone, and I was like, that doesn't look so good. So this one I'm so excited about though. So I'm just gonna bronze up my face. So I'm not gonna contour today. I'm just gonna bronze my face, which honestly I've been enjoying a little bit more lately. Have you heard about this thing called non-touring? You guys, is this just like another way for them to sell us stuff? Like, isn't this kind of what we've been doing the whole time? Strobing, contouring, non-touring, what is it even? By the way, this is the Morphe M527 brush. This is the supposed dupe for like the that big MAC brush. I don't know what it's called. But anyway, I don't have that one. I have this one, and I do like this one. Yeah, this is a nice shade if you're light to medium, kind of like I am, because it's showing up nicely as a nice bronze look. Anything lighter I think wouldn't really show up at all, but this is not too dark. So I think this is gonna be good if you are not too pale, but not too dark. All right, let's try it a little bit on my neck too. Let's see how that works. By the way, so this Infallible foundation, as long as it doesn't oxidize at all throughout the day, it looks like the shade match is good. really like how this warmed up my forehead. It's giving me a little bit of a lifted cheekbone, even though I didn't contour per se, just bronzing. So yeah, I'm liking this. Okay, it looks like, when you look at the pan, it looks like it has a little bit of shimmer in it, but yet on my face, I'm not like seeing any glitteriness or any crazy shimmer or anything like that. So I'm gonna continue using this. Of course, you know I'll update you, but so far, I think I like it. Okay, now normally with a look like this, I would probably do false lashes, but I picked this up finally. You know, you wait so long because you're cheap and you're trying to save $1 or $2, right? And then you wait so long that not only are you late to this party, but they've already brought out another version of this. So they brought out the fibers version of this, but this is not fibers. This is just the regular Supersizer Lash Blast by Covergirl that I have heard so many people talk about. So finally decided to get it. That's what it looks like. It is just like the weirdest looking brush. You would think, what is this gonna do for me? But everybody seems to love it. Okay. Sure, I'm in the shot. Can you see that? It's kind of hard to tell because I'm wearing thick liner, but my first reaction is to swear, which I don't do. But I almost want to with this. Like, wow, that is some intense length, like right off the bat, you guys. I can see why people are crazy about this. Wow, that is some intense length. Okay, can you see that length? Show you a little bit on the side there. Again, it's kind of hard to see because I'm wearing very thick liner, but that is a lot of length. The only thing is with this one, this is definitely more of a lengthening and separating mascara, and there's not a ton of volume. So, you know, depends what you're looking for, but there is a lot of length. Very last thing, I've used this formula before, but this is a new color. This is Coral Calling from Essence. This looked like to be such a pretty spring summer shade. These I love. They're such a good formula. This might not be the right choice with this eye look. Now that I put it on. These are like $3 or $3.50 max at the drugstore. Love Essence. They have a lot of great stuff. Really love their lipsticks. Okay, let's just talk about these quickly before we say goodbye. So we did 6 different things today. So does my face feel or look any different to you? You let me know in the comments. No, it doesn't look or feel any different. We'll see how it does with keeping my makeup on throughout the day. This foundation, I mean, it looks really nice. It's got a nice finish. It's got a nice matte finish. I like the color. It feels good. We'll have to see. It's getting to be warmer and a lot of foundations are melting off my face. It happens every year. Honestly, you guys, I'm almost thinking about doing no foundation all summer long and just like concealing my eyes, my eye bags, and leaving it like that. This bronzer, I really love it. Like, love it already. It's so pretty. It's giving me that depth, you know, dimension. It's giving me a little lift in my cheekbones without like contour, and I'm liking it. This eyeshadow palette, so it hasn't given me exactly what I was looking for, which was like a nice bright lid with some pop and some depth in the crease. I'm a little disappointed with the shimmery shades in here, but the mattes I think are really nice, like really nice. I like both of these two purpley shades for like transition and just to deepen it up. The darker shade, like I said, it kind of blended away more than I wanted it to. It went on pigmented, but way too easily blended away. This, I think I'm gonna really enjoy. First impression wise, which is what this is, I am very impressed with it. Like super impressed. We'll see if it flakes or smudges on me at all, but in terms of length and separation, it's pretty dang nice. And this Essence lipstick, I love this formula. Feels great. These are pretty long lasting. So there you have my 6 first impressions. I hope that you found it helpful in some way, shape, or form. And I will, of course, bring you some form of an update in the coming weeks to let you know how these things are working out for me. And otherwise, that's it for today. So thank you for spending time with me. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye!